Should we start?
We've been started.
Oh, that's a great start.
That's an awesome start.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you usually do like a thing. You yell at everybody.
Wait. Don't go to the title yet. Speaking of years, go to the title. All right, Bobby. Here we are again, not together, because sponsor time.
Yay, my favorite.
Tokyo Treat, which is actually our favorite. Experience Japan from the comfort of your own homes through Tokyo Treat and Sakurako snack boxes. I have them and you don't again.
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, that is the Tokyo Treat box. We got two boxes here. We got Tokyo Treat and we got Sakurako.
Ooh.
Two different Japanese snack boxes. One of them more funsies, one of them more traditional like.
Ooh, these are like Pringles, but not.
You got Tokyo Treat right there in your hand. This month's theme is Japanese snackin' New Year's.
It's chocolate cake with strawberry? Is that the Kit Kat?
That's the Kit Kat, baby. Experience the excitement of the New Year celebration in Japan with Kit Kat strawberry chocolate cake, Fanta Premier Pear. I want that. Give me that one. Spy Family Anya Candy. I love Spy Family.
Spy Family? What's
Yeah, it's
Spy
an
Family?
anime. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Why are the Kit Kats always the best part?
Well, you have the booklet, and if you don't know what anything is, because it's all in Japanese, you can find out in the booklet. You can learn more about the snacks you receive, as well as allergen information. The booklet also contains a wealth of information about Japanese culture, and probably why it's in the book and why it's part of the theme.
It's butter toast. Do you think Darla can eat butter toast?
Well, I kind of like butter toast.
It's really good.
Why are you always giving Darla stuff?
She deserves it. She's been so good.
Four
These
times
are
the size
amazing,
now.
Bob. These
Is that the
butter
butter
toast
toast?
things? Yeah. It's okay, buddy. Yours is on the way.
I'm recording.
I am trying to eat all of this so fast.
I scared Hannah by smashing the chair.
I'm sorry. I was eating. Did you tell them that Tokyo Treat is a monthly Japanese subscription box? You'll get 20 of the latest, most exclusive, limited edition, and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time.
And you know what? There's also, let's not forget about Sakurako. Sakurako is also a monthly Japanese snack box, but it's more traditional stuff.
Best part about Sakurako is it's supporting local Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special Japanese tableware.
Japanese
oh my
hat
god,
on.
look at these cute little bunnies.
Oh my god.
I gotta save that. I gotta show Kim before I eat that.
New Year's in Niigata. That's this month's theme. Get a specially designed box as we collaborate with Niigata Prefecture and local snack makers. Niigata is renowned for its high-quality rice products like sake and mochi. Together, we invite you to celebrate the upcoming year of Rabbit and provide you with Niigata's specialty snacks like, oh god, here we go, Echigo Hime Strawberry Crepe. And Niigata...
Dude, that's what I'm eating right now. I was trying to find it.
Niigata Cognac Yokan. All snacks pair well with a special Genmai Hochija tea. We've had that before. That's good.
The strawberry in this is so tangy. No, I am eating right now. She wants it so bad.
Well, we're both getting distracted by the girls with us.
I love that you always get an exclusive tea in these boxes. And also
a
the
kitchenware.
tableware. Yeah.
This month's kitchenware is a Sakurako exclusive sake cup.
Oh, that's cool.
Pour yourself a cup and cheer with your audience and wish everyone good fortune for the new year. Yo.
Cheers, everybody.
I was just about to buy an espresso cup. And I'm glad I did. Use code Nontendo to get 5% off your first box and get a chance to experience Japan in person because Sakurako is giving away a free ticket to Japan. Hey, I want to go to Japan. We want to go to Japan.
I want to go.
Can they give us that? Can we rig it so that we win?
I love these Tokyo Treat boxes. I get them every month, and it's always really exciting every time they come because Kim, I try not to eat too much on the sponsor spot because Kim and I like to go through them and try everything.
I love it every time.
Use code Nontendo. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you. And back to the episode. That's my one boop, my one burp for the day.
Delicious.
Speaking of years and the Nintendo Switch, 2023. This episode was actually my idea, and I'm very excited to do it. I want to talk about what we want to see next year.
Okay.
What we expect next year. Is that camera not on? Because I've been hamming it up to it this whole time. I hate when you get up and touch things.
I don't exist.
You exist when you're
me.
touching my camera.
You have to wear all black like a
This
stage
is mine. This is my moment.
Oh no, he's coming.
Oh, God. He's part of it. Oh, his hand is big.
He's a big guy.
He's very big.
very big.
Large man.
He's got a meat. So, fun start. I wanna go next year. Everything we want to see, expect to see, but
Yes.
also I have a long ass list of all the games that I thought were interesting that are coming next year, at least
Yeah.
for one reason or another. And this is like 40 games that I
So
found.
these are Switch games.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's also a bunch of games that are missing that we have been waiting for a while. Obviously, Metroid is one, and we'll talk about that. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 that I think would be fun to talk about.
So I'm looking through this list. We looked through it a little bit last night, and I was like, there's like one game here that I'm interested in.
I think there's more
There's more.
interesting
I'm looking
than
at
you
them now.
realize.
Yeah.
I do this every year where near the end of the year, I start looking at the next year and making a video about games that are upcoming. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I think I know what's coming next year. And then suddenly it's, oh, I remember that. That's next year.
Well, I remember last year, it seemed like it was going to be such a huge year for the Switch. We both made videos talking about all the games that were coming out, and we were so excited. We were like, there's so much great stuff. This is going to be the best year of the Switch ever. And half of them got delayed.
Yeah, they're on this list.
Yeah. So I feel like we're going to be in the same boat.
Nah, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
This is exciting times. Don't change that channel. You're about to hear everything that's happening next year.
You think Pikmin 4 is going to happen?
Can we not skip the list, please? What did I write for that?
Let me just pick the least exciting one.
They put a date on that. They said 2023.
2023, yeah. Yeah, not a chance in hell.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. They have never announced a Pikmin in development and then not released it.
Pikmin 4 has been in development for like 10 years.
Bump it, buddy.
Okay.
Bump it, buddy.
Okay.
We also want to talk about hardware expectations.
Okay.
And we'll get to that. New software,
I'm hardware right
new
now.
software, new hardware, new revision,
Okay.
new console.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
I'm very excited.
So what, the Switch?
I heard what you said, by the way.
Did you see my face morph to like try to hide? I heard him sigh back there.
His phone is.
Do you think new Switch? New Switchy? Atarashi no
You wanna start with it?
Nintendo Switchy?
You want to start? That's the mother load. You want to wait till the end, make them wait for it?
Sure.
I have thoughts.
I have thoughts too. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
That's my thought.
I'm always scared with Nintendo. Because every time you think you know what's happening, they get the ball and they dip it in the mud and then they curve it.
Well, that's the thing.
So it hits you out of nowhere and it's dirty.
You're like, they're going to do this. And then they do it. And you're like, well, I didn't think they were going to do that too.
Nah,
And
I
like,
know.
They do something that makes it.
It's never exactly
frustrating.
the way you think.
Yeah.
It's either you don't get it at all and it goes away, Advance Wars by, or you get it and it's completely different. And that's either a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. And it was a good thing with the Switch.
Yeah, it was a good thing.
It was a
with the
bad
Switch.
thing with the Wii U.
It was a bad thing with the Wii U. And it was a good thing with this list. Okay. So I kind of just like piled them all super. No, I organized
They're in order.
them.
They're in order.
Organized them.
They're in order. They just look weird because almost all of them are just 2023. Like there's
we
no
don't
like
have hot
date.
dates. There's a lot of dates. Okay, so the first one, I don't know why it's here, but before I forget, Persona 3 and Persona 4 Golden,
Oh yeah.
they don't have dates. For some reason, I didn't organize that one, but they're still coming to the Switch.
Yeah, I forgot about that because we have 5.
Yeah.
So they just
Are you excited?
I'm never going to play this game.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to play Persona 5 and then I just didn't.
Part of my plan for next year is to play Witcher 3 and finish it because they just released the next gen update for it. And to play
What are you playing it on?
Xbox Series X.
Okay.
CD Projekt did a whole revamp for the new consoles. It looks better.
All right.
Apparently it looks really good. And Persona 5 Royale.
Okay.
So, and then Persona 4 Golden is my favorite JRPG of all time. And I think better than 5.
Okay.
And that's coming out sometime. But anyway, at the start of the year, we have Fire Emblem Engage.
I am not engaging in that.
Not at all. Did you play Three Houses?
I'm not. I don't think there's a world where I will enjoy Fire Emblem.
Okay, well,
You like Three Houses?
Yes, I love Three Houses. Yeah. I will say that I'm not.
I'm good with just one.
Engage looks weird.
Okay.
It looks just like a bunch of toothpaste and bright colors.
I kind of like it.
Really?
I think it's a unique style. I do think it looks way cheaper than Three Houses.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying
I just like the characters. I think the characters look fun. But I think that the overall game looks way cheaper and smaller than Three Houses.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting excited for it because I remember I was getting really ramped up for Three Houses because it was like set in a school. They kept showcasing the Persona-esque vibes of the game. You could pick between Three Houses and you had all these like characters, but it was all very rooted in like these muted colors almost. And now this game is like just a bunch of action and fights and like bright colors, and I can't really tell what I'm excited for, other than more Fire Emblem.
Three Houses to me seemed more like a narrative thing.
Yes,
yeah, you're like making choices and stuff. And this game just seems like the gameplay is all that they're focusing on.
Yeah, and it seems like the main focus is like, oh, you can get the old characters you love are in this game, and you can like connect with them and become one. And it's like it almost looks like a Warriors game that's more traditional for Fire Emblem. So I'm having a hard time getting excited, but I don't know, might be wrong. Tales of Symphonia remaster is coming out next year. All right. You know how
very weeb heavy.
It is very this is the Switch.
Okay.
You know
it's the Switch?
The Switch is very weeb
Where
heavy.
am I?
You know how Digimon Survive came out?
I do.
And it sucked.
Yeah, and you got a lot of shit for saying that.
I did. Well,
I didn't know you I'm not going to bring I didn't know you played it for 30 minutes. Because everyone's like, no, it's different. There's like a lot more to the game. And you're like, no, there's not.
Here's the thing. I looked and I put this in the video that I only played a short amount. I looked at gameplay to see how much actual gameplay there was.
I'm on your side.
And how I know. But I gotta
fight him. Yeah.
And how long it would take me to get to that gameplay that I thought the game was, and I was like several hours away.
Yeah, no.
And I was like,
you.
I'm
I also saw some reviews and stuff, and the reviews agreed. Like, there's
my whole video was like, hey, don't get got by this game because it really, and people fought me. They said it is not marketed the way you're saying it is. It 100% is marketed as a turn-based strategy RPG with novel elements. It seems like a 50-50 split at best.
People get confused because they look really heavily. They're excited about games, so they watch all of the trailers and research a lot about the game because they're excited about it. Mm-hmm. But this game, if you just watch the trailer, you have no idea what type of game it is.
No, and the trailer was pretty much mostly the turn-based strategy.
Well, okay, there was like the storybook out. What do you call it?
Visual novel.
Visual novel? I'm just having a stroke. Visual novel parts look like cutscenes. So I would never see that trailer and be like, oh, it's a visual novel. I would just think that those are little tiny cutscenes in between all of the strategy stuff.
Because it was confusing and it was misleading and it was marketed. Yeah.
But if you watch all of the content about the game coming out, I'm sure you could be like, oh, visual novel stuff.
Yeah. If everyone pointed towards a press release that like the 80s. Anyway, good news, the team that made the decent Digimon games that get better reviews are making a new one, and it's called Digimon World Next Order, and that comes out February 22nd.
Okay.
Interior Riser 3.
Got a little straggler hair there.
Weeb again, but this one looks like Breath of the Wild.
Okay, the only reason I know, I think we talked about this already. The only reason I know Atelier Ryza is because when I worked at GameStop, they had like a collector's edition that was under the counter because it had a little booby mouse pad and like some phallic looking things in it. Yeah. And like the game apparently isn't like that, but all of the marketing and stuff has like sexy stuff.
No. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
But the game itself looks like a fun action adventure sort of RPG in an open world, and it looks a lot like Breath of the Wild style game. But if you want to get any like toys or figures from it, you're gonna get boobies.
We need another Play Asia sponsorship.
I know.
We need an Atelier Riser little waifu right here
because you want boobies. Now you know how you loved both the Kirby games that released this year.
No, I know how I loved one of them.
Well, are you excited for Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe?
So this is a Wii game?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's getting like remade or something.
Yeah, it looks good.
It does look pretty good.
It's 2D. I mean, every freaking
I'm
Kirby
sick of
game
Kirby.
except for the last one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how much of I would actually play this, but I don't know. I feel like Kirby's one of those things where I should like it, and I really only liked Kirby in the Forgotten Land because of how I played it. And I try to get into older Kirby games, and I'm like, this is for babies. I'm like blasting through everything.
I don't think I can go back after Kirby, Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
And Dream Buffet. I don't think I can play anything better
Dream
than
Buffet.
that. My God, I think about that at night.
Yeah.
Give me a taste of that
Those
Dream
horrors.
Buffet. Let's blast through these so we can get to the good stuff. Octopath Traveler 2. I'm still surprised they're doing another one. I thought they'd moved on. Fatal Frame.
And they're sticking with that name is the crazy part.
I know. But it did well for him.
I don't know how. You didn't like Triangle Strategy, you said.
Nah.
So did you like Octopath?
Yeah.
What's the difference? They look exactly the same.
One is a JRPG with like turn-based combat, and the other one is like Fire Emblem with the grids and the stuff.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't find it very engaging, pun not intended. And there was so much more talking in this one.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a slog of talking. Because I feel like, I don't know, maybe not, but in like the strategy games like that, I feel like they rely heavily on like narrative to really get you engaged into the gameplay style.
Okay.
And like, it was just pressing
These
A.
games
a
are
lot.
long.
It was a
Yeah.
lot of talking. I'm pretty sure I will confidently say it's a great game. I don't care.
Okay.
Fatal Frame Mask of Lunar Eclipse. I think that's the Wii Fatal Frame.
You made it a link and it doesn't work.
Okay, now this one's actually interesting. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon.
So I want to talk about this because you made me think I was taking crazy pills. We saw the trailer for that at the Game Awards. We streamed it together on both of our
did.
Twitch channels. We watched it, and you and Jackson were like shitting all over this game, and I was like, I think it's kind of cute.
Oh, why are you like this?
I listen,
swear to God, every cool game, I'm like, this looks cool, and you're like, yeah, bleh, bleh. And then the one that I'm like, this looks kind of budget.
I
you're
swear
like,
I don't-
This looks so great.
I swear I don't do this on purpose. I don't know if I'd actually like this game. I don't know what the combat's like. It looks like she just
we don't
throws
know
out like
anything about it.
I
Why
know.
do you like it?
Because it's different. I like that it's different. I like that because if you show me a screenshot of all three Bayonetta games, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's which.
why does that matter?
Because
Why
I
does
want
that
something
affect your
new
experience?
and fun. I want them to try new things. It's very exciting when they take some. It's fucking Bayonetta is just mashing buttons.
What's your favorite video game franchise?
Mario.
So would you like it
I guess. I don't know.
if they randomly did like a little storybook Mario where you're kind of just walking around and
If they did something wacky and wild, I'd be interested. It would get
That's
me
probably a
interested for
bad
sure.
example.
Because they do. Every time there's a Mario
It's
game,
just-
they make it super different.
This is a weird argument for me because we have 3 Bayonetta games and we've been lucky to get 2 of them. And you're like, try something new.
yeah.
But this is what
More is better.
This is the game, though. That is the game.
Okay.
And
What's
okay,
wrong with it? Why are you mad that we're getting another game?
It's not so much I'm mad they're trying something new. You're getting me twisted now. It's that there's something new we're getting. Looks
We just got Bayonetta 3, so why is it a problem that they're trying something
It's
new?
not a problem. It's just weird to me. I'm getting lost in the argument. It's weird to me that you are actually excited for this
Yeah.
just because it's different.
Yeah.
Even though you don't like Bayonetta
Yeah.
and this, we don't know nothing
It's not that
about
I don't like it. It's just that I was
something-
like lukewarm on it. I like didn't really care that much.
So why
and-
would you care about a weird, wacky spin-off
'Cause I
origin that we
want-
know nothing about?
I want to like it. And this
Why?
look because everybody's interested in Bayonetta. I
But
like
not
the,
that Bayonetta.
there's
So now you're
nudity
like,
in
well,
it, and
now
I like
I
the
can
nudity.
like
I like when
Bayonetta.
she gets naked in the games.
Wait, what?
She gets naked in the games, in all of the
Okay.
games.
So now you can like Bayonetta now that it's
Yes.
completely
I'm
different.
getting into the lore.
and
yes.
maybe not even something that you might like.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
No, I like the art style. It looks cute. And at first, the first few seconds of the trailer, it looked like an old GameCube platformer. And I was like, that looks sick. That looks right up my alley. And I was excited for that. And then after reviewing the trailer some more, it looks like there's no combat. It looks like she throws out like
That's
a
my point.
stand.
I
and
feel
that
like
does
the art style is cute. I agree. But for $60, I don't know if it has the meat that I would need out of what is essentially like a spin-off Travis Strikes Again situation. It's like a watered down version of the main series where they try something funky, but $60?
The problem with Travis Strikes Again is it was too similar to the main series already. They took the main series and just went and was like, give me $60.
It was top down. Travis Strikes Again was top down.
And what's regular? It's over the shoulder?
I said third person hack and slash.
Oh, whatever. It's like barely different.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It was like
right
kind of
now.
following him. It was like top down, but like following.
It would be good if it followed the character of which you're playing in the game. Yeah, the camera did definitely follow in a top down fashion.
This is like a completely different art style and stuff. This is way different. It's not even close. The origins.
What are you doing today?
Nothing. You're good.
Are you good though?
I'm fine.
He almost dropped a friggin' very expensive laptop.
Travis Strikes Again was a similar art style, but I would say it's very different.
Sure. It was similar but different.
Let's move on.
That was fine.
Have a Nice Death.
That I am excited about that game.
Yeah,
that game looks good.
Me too, buddy.
Yes,
me too,
okay,
buddy.
cool.
Let's
Good to
go.
meet you.
Let's
do
go.
business with you.
Let's go.
See you later.
Yeah, that one looks really good. What was that one again? It was
Love it. What was it?
No,
That
I can't
was
remember
like-
if it was
it
a
was-
side scroller or
Yeah, it was
I know
like
it's a
Hollow
little
Knight.
chibi death guy.
It looks like Hollow Knight, but the animation is like the art style and the animation is cleaner.
I love it.
I don't know what the gameplay is going to be like, but it seems very similar to Hollow Knight, and I hope it's as good as Hollow Knight.
It did look really fun.
Or at least the gameplay is as smooth as Hollow Knight. I want the mechanics
I
to be
couldn't
as
remember
smooth
if
as
it was a
Hollow
Metroidvania or more like a
I don't
Celeste
know.
situation.
Honestly, don't know.
Celeste was kind of a Metroidvania.
I just know it's a side scroller, and I'd be fine if it's Metroidvania or level based. I don't care. I'd rather I kind of like level based more, but I don't care. If it's like you gain upgrades and stuff, then that'd be cool too.
I added the next one for you. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Now, why did you add this one for me?
Mega Man.
Do you know that I hate Battle
Legend
Network?
of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Do you like
launches-
Battle Network? Because that's like a strategy.
Never played it.
Okay.
Couldn't care less. Had Mega Man in the title. Thought I'd throw you a bone.
A lot of people really
Zelda-
like Mega Man Battle Network. I just
one?
This was the last of the legacy collections. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. They got no other legacy collections they could do. What we need,
You're upsetting people right now because
what
a lot
we
of
need is a
people really
new
wanted that.
fucking Mega Man game. Just make a new
Yeah.
Mega Man game. I mean, they did that with Mega Man 11. That wasn't a
Mega
good
Man
game.
Forgotten Land, where it's more open.
I kind of want a 3D Mega Man, but, but they're not going to do that.
I feel like every
Capcom's been sucking lately.
every failing franchise needs to go open world. Because that's what we love here. That's what we love here on the Nontendo Podcast.
I don't want that.
Every failing franchise, or even the good franchises, maybe better open world.
No.
You know, action.
I wouldn't mind
RPG.
like a level based like 3D Mega Man or a Legends 3.
I was kidding because everybody always says that
I know.
we only like open world games here on the podcast.
No, people say that about everywhere. People say that games aren't gonna like marketing people want the games to be open world or else it's not gonna sell. It's like a thing.
That is definitely,
And that's why
a
they
thing.
just shoehorn open world
Well,
into some of
when
these
Kim
stupid games.
was working at GameStop, I experienced it when I was there, but also she would tell me stories. Almost everybody would come in and be like, hey, what's this game? And they'd tell them, and be like, is it open world? Be like, no. Do you have any open world games I could buy? Like, people just wanted open world.
There was a period of time where, like, when I worked at GameStop, games were just trying to get bigger. Like, the open world was trying to get bigger and bigger and
Do you
bigger.
remember when
until
the-
Fallout 4 came out, and then there was nothing in the world. It was just emptiness.
I feel like
But it's the biggest open world game that exists, but there's just nothing in it.
I did really like Fallout 4 though.
A lot of people did, but there was nothing in the world.
There was, well, I'd have to play it again.
It was vast nothingness,
But there was a
but
lot
it's a
of vast-
wasteland.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
It
know?
was a wasteland.
Yeah.
I remember when things started going third person was like the thing, and then everyone got a bow and arrow. Like every game had a bow and arrow for a while, like Crysis and then Tomb Raider, and there was a couple other games. And then it was open world. It was like, now we're going to go into the open world with the crossbow and the bow and arrow and the third person.
That's crazy. Crysis 2 was incredible. Crysis 3?
I've never played one. Speaking of open world games,
Hi.
Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, well, that I will play.
Now, question. Do you predict it will launch on May 12th?
Yes, I think that they already delayed it, and they delayed it a while.
They delayed it a bit,
they're hitting
like
this.
a year.
Yeah, they're hitting this one.
Yeah, I think they are too.
It's been in development for a long time by now.
I think, yes. I think what they have done when they delayed it last time is they delayed it so far into beyond when it would have been ready and into when it made financial sense to then launch the game.
Right.
So I think now they just think May 12th is a good date to launch it. We're going to hold it until then. And I'm sure they'll fine tune, add more, do stuff in the meantime. But I think it could have released probably sooner.
Yeah. That one, I mean, that's going to be the biggest launch of the year, probably.
Yeah, we should talk about
It's
it.
the most anticipated game.
What are you
coming out.
thinking here? You thinking better than Breath of the Wild? Did you like Breath of the Wild?
I liked it.
You thinking better than Breath of the Wild?
I think it'll be at least as good
Yeah.
because it's going to play the same.
Yeah, I know. As a Zelda fan growing up with Zelda, I really can't help but see this as the Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's
It feels like the next game, it's going to be pretty much like playing the first game again, but hopefully they remove an annoying feature that didn't need to be in the game.
what?
The looping days.
The looping days?
In
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, yeah.
It's like a Breath of the Wild. What about breaking your weapons? That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, I never had a problem with that.
I don't mind the idea because having weapons break forces you to use
Yes.
different weapons. So you try everything.
I think a lot of
But
people,
they could have maybe made it a little longer or did it different ways.
It needed to be tweaked.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people miss the point that you only have like 8 weapon slots. There's very few weapons that are super like you kind of even want to keep it in general. The idea is to use them and to rotate through them and then have to find new weapons so that you don't find a few you really like in the first couple hours
Yeah.
and then that's what you have the whole game.
But then
Keeps you
later in the
rotating.
game, they should do something where you get to keep the weapons that you actually like.
Yeah, I think I've been a hot minute since I played, and I hope this isn't already in the game. I don't think it is, but a lot of people suggested adding a blacksmith or something where you could take shards or fragments from broken weapons and remake them.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Because then that you could literally keep it the way you have it, and you would just have to keep remaking. And maybe they even have it where you can strengthen.
Yeah. Or like
last them
enchanted so it
longer,
never breaks or
enchanted.
something.
Yeah, I'm even down for not having it never break. I kind of like what that does to the Master Sword, where you now have a Master Sword that never breaks, and it makes it feel more like the most powerful sword in the game,
Right.
as opposed to, well, this sword is technically stronger than Master Sword, and I've made it so it can't break.
Yeah.
But
They're going to add some mechanics with the arm thing.
yes,
And I hope it's like traversal stuff. Because that'd be really cool to like be able to traverse the world in like a
think
fun.
a lot of traversal. They've added new abilities and stuff, and I think knowing players, they're gonna find ways to make that traversal.
Well, I heard I hope they know that, and I hope they make it easier.
Oh, yeah.
because I don't want to like do like like a Call of Duty slide canceling. Like I want it to be meant for that. You know?
I think that's what happened last game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have realized that people were going to freeze things, hit them a bunch, and then stand on them. Like that's just fun to do. I'm sure they tried that, and that became an actual means of traversal.
Yeah, for like speedrunners and stuff.
Also, there's an ability now where you can rewind time and make things go back.
Yeah,
And I wonder how you could use that for traversal. And one of the abilities seems like it is literally like you drip upwards, like turn in. Yeah, if you remember from the
Yeah,
trailer,
so-
you
go through like a
like
floor.
turn into water or something, and
Yeah.
you drip. So that's
So,
literally traversal.
To me, that seems like the L button stuff, like the how you can like select the bomb or the big magnet. It seems like instead of that, it's the arm. Is that what you're thinking?
I remember when all those trailers came out, I had so many theories and wacky ideas, but this game has been in development for like 17 years and I've forgotten what a lot of them were. But yeah, I think the arm is going to come into play with a lot of the new abilities that you're getting. I think that's why you probably have the new abilities.
Yeah, no,
Just
for
from-
sure. I just
from
don't know
the
what the abilities are. Are they weapons? Is it the L button? Is it for traversal?
They showed them all. I just can't.
They
I'm
didn't show all of
dumb.
them. They just showed little snippets of like and
Well, in the first
it
game,
didn't
we
really
had-
give you much.
We had 3, right? We had stasis, the frozen, and then the metal grab. And I think in this one you get 3 new ones. And I think they have shown them. So unless there's more weird and wackies, I don't even know if you have the original 3 anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it looks
I'm
like
not
the
sure.
reverse time one might be an upgrade of the stasis.
You're right. No, I have no idea. I watched the trailers a bunch of times, and I mean, I wasn't big into Breath of the Wild. I only played like 30 hours, which is kind of a lot, but not for Breath of the Wild. And yeah, I that was a long time ago too.
I wish I remembered more because yeah, I've been waiting for this game so long and I don't like recheck on the trailers every week.
Yeah.
So
Breath of the Wild was just it was fun mechanically. Like it was fun to just fight and walk around and do stuff.
know.
and there was always something to do.
Yeah.
So like it was fun, even though it's a big open world.
People said that game was dead and there was nothing to do in the world. I didn't stop having fun.
Dude, people spent thousands of hours in that game.
Like just because there's not like an actual town every couple meters, there were still tons of things to mess around with and do and little secrets to explore.
That's what I just hope for this one is that like moving and stuff is still fun. It's basically it's Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
So moving around and the combat and stuff should be the same, and that is fun. I just hope they build on it and not take away from it.
I think they will. And they've literally built in the sky. So I think we're going to have a whole extra playground. And a theory I've had for a long time is part of why they delayed it is because when we saw the sky to begin with, it was very patchy. Like it was like these tiny little platforms here and there. And it reminded me of like Skyward Sword where you had these tiny, or even Wind Waker, tiny little islands with like a chest on them.
You mean in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they decided they had to flesh that out some more and like actually build a world up there more than just have some like places to fly
I'm sure there
around
will
to.
be. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how much more fleshed out it is compared to the snippets we had in the trailer once we finally get it.
I'm sure. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's just more that we didn't see.
Yeah. I hope there's a whole world up there.
They're definitely,
because if we're getting the same old Hyrule,
there's got to be like a Divine Beast up there or something.
I would love to get a whole new like second game up there and not just be like little piddly platforms.
Piddly.
I don't want to piddle around in the sky. I want to explore the sky demons.
How many hours did it take for you to get to Ganon and beat him?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I know I did all the Divine Beasts and I really wanted to experience as much as the game as I could before I finished because I knew once I finished I would probably move on to other games I had to play and review. So I think probably like 60, 70, 80 hours, something crazy. And then there's all the DLC. Just like Zelda, another very similar franchise, Harry Potter.
I am so not interested in Harry Potter. But I saw some gameplay like yesterday of flying around. That looks sick.
This game has been looking sick for a long time.
The first trailer I saw, I was like, I don't care at all about this. But then I saw the flying and I was like,
this game.
What was the last game that had good flying mechanics? We like just get up and fly.
Superman 64.
That was one of the worst games of all time. Literally revered as the worst game.
When was the last time we had a game where you could just get up and
There is
fly
no
around?
good game with good flying mechanics. That's what I'm getting at. There's nothing where you could just get up and fly.
There's got to be something.
Star Fox is a flying game.
Yeah, you're
No,
literally just
no.
flying the whole time, though.
This
And then the
is-
foot parts are bad.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah.
It's
I feel
hard
like
to
I'm
make
forgetting
good flying
but
mechanics.
yeah. And you can just call the broom at any time and jump on it. And they were even talking about in the trailer, they loved how they can get really close to the ground.
Yeah.
So you can literally just fly around the whole world.
That's really interesting. To me.
This game's been a heartbreaker for a lot of people because like nobody really wants to support the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
But this game, man, this game's looking pretty good.
I'm just not interested in that world at all. But that flying looked fun. I want to see how that works.
I can't remember who I saw talking about it, but on the website for the game, they have a bunch of Q&As to kind of like help people feel better about that whole situation.
The situation
I want to look at it.
What's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
R.L. Stein.
What?
George R.R. Stein.
J.K.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, that's
said some transphobic stuff or something.
Yes. Hold on, let me look up Harry Potter. What's it called?
Transphobic. That's the word you're looking for. Terrible. Write it down.
The game.
Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah. Apparently it's like a prequel.
Legacy.
So like all the magic is like primitive.
I mean, it's legacy, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's why they call it that. They call it that.
Frequently asked questions on Hogwarts Legacy. Okay.
Did she say the thing?
So these questions are all kind of formulated to like separate. So who is publishing Hogwarts Legacy? Warner Brothers Games is publishing and being developed by Avalanche Software.
Avalanche?
Yeah.
That's here in New York. I think there's two different avalanches. They did Just Cause.
What is J.K. Rowling's involvement with the game? Is this a new story from J.K. Rowling? So we've got answer. J.K. Rowling is not involved in the creation of this game, but as the creator of the Wizarding World and one of the world's greatest storytellers, her extraordinary body of writing is the foundation of all projects in the Wizarding World. Now, are they sucking up?
Sucking up a little bit.
Or are they on the team Rowling?
But that's also a way around saying she's getting a kickback.
It gets worse.
Okay.
This is not a new story from J.K. Rowling. However, we have collaborated closely with her team on all aspects of the game to ensure it remains in line with the magical experiences fans expect.
They have to approve stuff. Like they have to, her whole team has to, like whenever they make a new character, they have to approve it with the Rowling team. I think I saw this in a TikTok.
There are so many Q&As.
Is it all about J.K. Rowling?
No, but I did hear at the bottom they have Portkey games created with J.K. Rowling's approval. Each experience offered under Portkey games will take place in the Wizarding world and be authentic to J.K. Rowling, who has entrusted the design and creation of the games to Warner Brothers. Games and developers involved who are collaborating with her team on all aspects of the game. So
Portkey Games, what? Is that a company?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard of them before. They're in the gaming space.
Oh, are they? Interesting.
So I mean, if you are one of those people that want to boycott J.K. Rowling stuff after reading those, I feel like you have to not play this game. Otherwise, you're being a little hypocritical.
They'll steal the flying mechanics.
It seems like, it's not written by her. It's not really done by her, but they have collaborated with her to make sure everything's in line.
Is it the Avalanche Studios that did Just Cause? Because Just Cause has...
That sounds right to me.
Because they have the grappling hook thing.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. That makes sense. That is a game you can kind of fly around in.
You can kind of.
It's more like gliding. Yeah. But if you use that grappling hook, you can really fly with it.
Just cause.
It's a ton of fun. Just cause. Yeah. Now, is it just cause or just core or just cause?
Just cause.
Just cause.
Oh, we made this game just cause.
A reason why I wanted to bring up that game in particular is because I, like a lot of people, will probably not get it on the 5 FPS version that is the Switch.
Yeah, they haven't shown any footage of that. And the footage of the flying looked like RTX was on, looked like a real actual world they were flying through.
No way this is running on Switch above 10 FPS.
No, or without streaming.
So that's the thing. They have delayed the release of the Switch version. It comes out a few months later or something. It's like in July. And the game comes out in like March or Feb or something. I want to say my first prediction of the day, this will most likely get delayed, maybe indefinitely. And if we ever actually see it on the Switch, it'll probably be through a streaming service.
Yeah, it might just not happen at all. I don't know what Avalanche's track record is with Switch stuff, but Warner Brothers.
You just gotta look at the trailers,
not so
man.
Good.
Like, I just don't see it working on the console.
They have to really pare it back. They have to tear a lot out of this game.
The only thing that I would want to speculate on is we get Zelda coming out in May. Now, what if that releases with a Switch Pro and Hogwarts knows this? But then that doesn't help you with the base version. They're always going to have a crappy base version of the game. But, I mean, maybe they have confidence where we don't think they should because they have a reason to be confident.
It's strange to announce. Okay, so
you're also delaying it to a window after Zelda.
This is assuming that a Switch Pro is a pro version of the current generation and not a next generation.
Yeah.
If it's a next generation, it is weird to announce it for the previous generation. You know? If it's not going to run on the previous generation at all.
The Switch Pro or the game?
It's weird to announce the game for a current gen if it's going to be on a next gen, is what I'm saying. When they did that with that was the whole thing with Watch Dogs. When Watch Dogs came out, everyone was like, okay, PS4. It was a PS4 game, you know?
Yeah.
But did they even say it was going to be a PS3 game? I don't remember.
Watch Dogs was a whole mess. They lied about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they lied. They
straight up
lied.
They showed was always like on a high-end PC.
Yeah, and then they took stuff away, and then the game released.
It looked so crappy. And people did comparisons. Well, not crappy.
Yeah.
But they did comparisons, and it was like, it's a console game.
Now, Avalanche didn't have anything to do with Arkham Knights, but Arkham Knights was Warner Brothers, and Arkham Knights, they were complaining about running that game on an Xbox Series S. So what are they going to do about a Switch?
Warner Brothers also have notoriously not ported games to the Switch.
Yeah,
like
that's
with
what I'm
Multiverses, they didn't even try when that makes a lot of sense.
I have no faith in this.
I've had no
Hogwarts
faith since I heard it was coming to Switch, period. Before I even look at who's doing it. It's just not going to fly.
Unless they're lying. Oh, that was good. That was good. Unless they're lying and this is a Switch 2 thing, but I doubt it. I don't think Switch 2 is a May thing. I think that's a holiday.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Switch 2 would have been announced by now if it was coming out around then, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Because the Switch 1 was announced in December.
Switch 2
No, Switch 2 was announced.
is coming out 2024.
When was Switch 1 announced?
It was like 6 months before it dropped.
We got a trailer in December. I remember it was a big deal.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
like
It was late the year before.
late
and then
October, early November?
I
Something.
then
think
it dropped
it
in
might have
March.
been October,
Yeah.
and then we got another. With the next look wasn't until December,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
we were
January they
calling
had the
it-
big
We were
announcement.
calling it the NX for like 2 months.
Because that was the code.
No, we're calling it the NX for a while, and then they said this is the Switch.
But I think
What-
we got told it was the Switch in like November, December.
There was definitely a December trailer, but I don't remember when the first look trailer.
Where's Scoot to look it up or yell at us?
I can just freaking look it up right now.
I could do it.
Didn't they take down the first look trailer?
Why? No.
I think they
Did they?
did. I think they took it down and like reposted it or something. Nintendo
Oh.
Switch first look 6 years ago, 49 million views.
Whoa. Was that the one where he
October
had, like,
20th?
was that the? Oh.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch was announced October 20th, 2016. Yeah.
Is that when he was like holding the
Yeah.
Joy Cons and he was like, "You can feel the rumble and the balls."
No, that was the and the balls.
Yeah, it was balls.
Oh yeah, and the ice cube thing.
Yeah.
That was the conference that they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did like a conference in January.
God, that was so long ago.
This was the start of our careers.
It really was. I can't believe it's been that long.
This was the one where they're playing in the car, and then they had like a Splatoon tournament and stuff. Girl partying on a rooftop.
when the Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used that trailer in so many videos. I know it.
I know. Those 4.9 million views are us downloading it.
Yeah,
so
it
many
really
times.
is. I downloaded it recently. I downloaded it for the Pokemon review I'm doing, which by the way is finished. I don't know if you've seen it yet. You should have.
Did you post it?
No. The song,
Oh,
technically,
okay.
the song
You posted
isn't
today.
finished. Yeah, I would have posted it by now when this comes out. Hades 2.
You loved Hades.
I love
Everyone
Hades.
loves Hades. I get a lot of shit for never playing Hades.
Have you not played it at all?
Never played it.
Oh.
I've never played it either, but from watching gameplay, you would love it.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It is
I have
incredible.
always wanted to play every single one of their games. Super Giant?
Yes.
Every single one of their games
Bastion.
looks great.
Transistor.
Bastion I played.
Did you play Transistor?
Transistors, I'm okay with it.
I liked it. I liked the vibes of it a lot.
Yeah.
Transistor looks
yeah.
sick.
The music was sick.
I bought Transistor and then just never played it.
The gameplay was interesting, but I definitely liked the
It was
gameplay of
slower
Hades.
though, right?
Yeah, because you could do a lot of time manipulation and like freeze time and then like zip around and like you do. It was kind of cool. It was cool, but Hades was like next level.
Yeah.
That game was sick.
Yeah.
And we mentioned this on our stream, but they've never done a sequel before. They usually move on to a next weird and wacky.
Yeah.
So this is the first time they're trying to make a sequel. I am curious to see how that goes because they always make a game that's so completely different. Is Hades 2 going to be completely different? Are they going to add a whole game worth of stuff into it to make it feel new?
I don't know how different it could. I mean, I'm sure they're going to add a lot of stuff to it, but I mean, they just
It's gotta have the
Hades
same
was
premise
pretty,
at least.
Pretty,
Yeah.
you know, it's coming pretty soon after Hades.
Yeah, for an indie team,
Yeah,
yes, yeah. It has been a couple years
they
though.
got to be a pretty big indie team.
Because I think Hades released tail end of 2019.
Oh, well, I'm sure that they have a
Pretty sure.
pretty decent big team.
So I'm gonna check that.
I hope that they have enough to do. Also, I hope that this isn't just like, hey, Hades was really successful. Let's just cash on it.
I don't think so.
If they seem like the type of people who just do what they want.
Yeah.
Like we have an
Yeah.
idea, we'll do it. They must have an idea for Hades too.
They with the hype.
It's a new character too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With how they've always structured it, each game they put out does better than the last. They've built recognition for making these really cool games. I think they could have worked off the back of the Hades and everything they got from that and made the next cool thing.
Yeah.
I think they just really felt in their hearts they weren't done with this and they wanted to do another one. And it also helps that it won like several Game of the Year award and stuff like that because it was incredible and amazing. And
Yeah,
fantastic.
maybe I'll pick this one up.
So that Rain Code game, I don't know much about it. I think it's made by the people that did Yokai.
I don't know anything about
And
this
it's
one.
it's like a detective, quirky looking game. The gameplay looks really interesting. It reminds me a little bit of Ace Attorney, but like 3D. There's a really cool special edition, and it actually looks pretty interesting. It looks like a new IP.
Did we ever get Yokai Watch 4?
No, it hasn't localized yet.
That's crazy.
I know. There was I read into that once, and there was something I read about they just don't think it would perform well enough over here to be worth their time.
That makes sense.
Which I think is wild though. But at this point, probably not. At this point, I think they've missed it.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yokai Watch is such a big IP.
I know.
That like
in
it's
Japan,
crazy they haven't just made it work in America.
I feel like they just need to like the next thing they do, just make an English version alongside it and release that, and like don't call it like 5, just be a new thing.
Just call it Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows what Yokai Watch is.
Most people don't. Story of Seasons and Fae Farm, whatever. Pikmin 4, do we think that's coming?
No, I don't think it's coming. No,
Okay.
not a chance. We got a little bit of a trailer.
And they said 2023.
They did. You just gonna believe them?
If we don't get that, we're running pretty thin on confirmed Nintendo first party IPs for next year.
That happened this year. We had so many great things being announced, and they all got pushed. And we had so many ideas of what could potentially come, and they got pushed.
Disney Illusion, you might like this.
No.
Oh, okay. It's
Why would I like that?
it's Cuphead in the Disney universe.
Really?
Yeah, it's Cuphead with Mickey.
How have I not heard of that?
I don't know. I thought you would like it.
I Cuphead was all right. It's
got the same art style. It's the same idea. It's probably not going to be as stupid hard.
Cuphead beat them to it, though. I bet Disney was like, oh, we should have done that.
Let's do it now, though.
Yeah, now we can do it.
Now we'll do it.
Because we're going to buy their animators.
They essentially did the same thing we did, so let's
they
do
already
it.
ripped off Animal Crossing.
It's true.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
man,
did.
I don't want to see it.
Disney really is just ripping off everything right now. They did the Disney Go-Kart game that was Mario Kart.
Oh, but this is like a platformer, though. I might actually like this, though.
Oh, my God.
That's what I said.
This reminds me of like the old, like Warner Brothers, Disney, Sega Genesis stuff.
I know you, man.
You know me. I might like this.
You will like it.
And it's based on the Mickey Mouse cartoon that's like currently going on, and that has really nice animation. It's kind of fun.
And the animation looks really nice.
Yeah.
That's what sold me on it. Speaking of things you'll like, Silk Song. This year, 2023, thoughts?
So I got an email from Silk Song saying that they're coming soon, and I sent it to Paul, and he goes, "That is fake," and it was definitely a fake email. I was like, "Oh my God, it's coming! It's coming! Yeah, Paul, help me out! I want this deal! And then he's like, "That is fake," and I was like, it's so fake. It's so fake.
How did you fall for that?
I don't know, dude. It was like the extent. I was so excited. I got blinded.
It was a big blur.
Yeah.
You didn't read that it said silksong@hotmail.com.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It was like .gov. Whatever. Yeah, it was bad.
.gov.ca.
Yeah, the government was trying to spy on me. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that it's got to be any minute
Silk
now.
Song is coming. You're the 1,000th person we've told. Click here to redeem your prize.
Tell 30 friends.
Tell 30 friends. I actually recently, like in the last year, messaged Paul with a deal that I got from Ubisoft.
Paul is our manager, by the way.
It looked way too good to be true, but it was just official enough. And they had an email that was like at ubisoft.com or something. It looked really official. And I was like, I know this is probably fake, but it's fake. And I was like, okay. I felt so dumb giving it to him too.
How many deals do you think we're losing out on?
Because they're real?
Because they're real, but we're being told they're fake.
That one was fake. I knew it was fake.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
I didn't even look at this one. I just believed it.
Yeah, I think we miss deals purely because I don't know about yours, but our inboxes get spammed.
Yeah.
With
there's
so
too
much stuff,
crap.
so much fake
Just
stuff.
garbage.
Hundreds of emails every day, and you're supposed to like rifle
Do you
through.
want to review this iPhone charger?
Do you want to review this Switch accessory? And then I look at it, and it's just like a plastic grip or something for like the outside of the
little dongle.
the little like flippy thing.
Yeah.
Or like, I swear to God, every day since I started doing Switch stuff, do you want to review our portable charger?
That's what yes.
We got a new portable charger.
I literally opened my email to see if I got any funny ones.
It's 7,000 hertz, and it can charge your Switch in a millimeter.
What?
In a millimeter.
To be fair, I'm being silly, but that's probably the broken English that I get in the email.
Yeah.
Your family will love this device for your Switch.
They are watching right now.
They are watching right now. Click here to claim your prize.
And save your family.
To save your family. We've sent a toe in the mail. Marvel Midnight Suns. It's supposed to be coming. I don't know where it is.
That's a weird one because it's like an XCOM situation.
Yeah.
Also, it's based on like a really
It's supposed to be out
strange
already.
comic.
I don't know why. Rune Factory 3, Minecraft Legends, My Time at Sandrock is a
My brain
Time at,
said Mega Man Legends, and I was like, what?
Oh my God.
My Time at Sandrock is the sequel or like a thing from My Time at Porsche, which was a very successful game on Switch that nobody's played apparently. Super Bomberman R2.
Yay!
Yay!
I don't know how the hell they could do this.
It sucks.
Did it sell enough to
No,
do this?
we said
It
this
must
already.
have sold enough.
The only reason it sold is because it was in the first 7 games on Switch. It was bought by default. That doesn't count.
Game should have been $20. If it was $20, I would have liked it.
The game, just like half of the 7 games on launch day, should have been a pack-in game with the Switch.
It was fun for like 5 hours.
I don't know why they're doing a sequel. I think they completely misconstrued what their sales numbers were because of that.
I wanted it to be good so bad. They supported Bomberman R for like a really long time. They made the online version. They made a specific one for Stadia that had like
That's interesting.
YouTube streaming integration.
This
It was
one looks
crazy.
no different.
I know it looks exactly
Looks
the same.
exactly the same.
I'm very worried about it. I don't want to pay $60 to try it out.
But you will.
I'll try it on my Stadia.
Well, no, you won't because you just got refunded for your
Just got
Stadia. We
refunded.
both did.
The fact that they gave the money back for Stadia
That's still wild.
kind of makes it a much better service.
I suddenly have fond memories of the 2 times
Yeah.
I played Stadia.
Because like it would have been good if it was free.
It was like an investment almost.
Yeah.
It was like a little nest egg, for later. I'm gonna play these games now, and then I'll have my money back in 5 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. It was
Should have
like,
gave us interest.
like 6 months. Yeah, they should have.
I think the economy crashed. So I think they probably lost money.
Another crab's treasure I'm very excited for. It's Dark Souls with a crab.
I remember that.
Blanc, I'm excited for.
That's the
The
wolf and
the black and white
and the
2-player
deer.
one. RoboCop Rogue City is a
Okay, don't know that one.
first-person RoboCop game that might be good. It looked like Cyberpunk a little. Metal Slug Tactics, which is made by the people that did TMNT, I think, and Final Fight 4 or whatever that new one was.
Okay.
It's also a tactics Metal Slug game. Bum Rush Cyberpunk, and then the last confirmed one is Coffee Talk 2, which both of us get told to play all the time, and we never do.
Wait, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk I'm very excited about.
Oh, well, say something.
I was looking up RoboCop.
Say words and things.
Okay, hi. How you doing?
What would you think of RoboCop?
I don't know.
Me either, but it's coming to Switch, so I thought I'd mention it.
It sounds like it could be really cool, but the screenshots
It'll
look like they were
probably be
just,
bad. I actually
the
think
screenshots looked like it was just a movie game.
I think it's going to be bad, but
Yeah.
there's a ray of hope in it, I think.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk I'm very, very excited for. I like Jet Grind Radio a lot. And
Jet Grind Future, what was the other one?
Jet Grind Radio Future, Jet Set Radio is what it is in Japan, I think.
Jet Set was Australian too.
Oh, there you go. The composer is the same from those games.
It's a spiritual successor game where you play on roller skates instead of right?
No, you were on roller skates in the first one.
Yeah, I don't know what
There's roller skates,
There's
skateboard,
something
and like
different.
other stuff.
Okay.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks like that game.
I hope it's like more of like an indie situation because
It looks indie.
There's no, Jet Grind Radio was really good, but it's kind of a small game. It's kind of like a little bit like Tony Hawk, where it's like small little sandboxes and you just do little missions in it. But it's fun.
The whole time I was in Shibuya, I couldn't help but keep saying to myself, Shibuya downtown.
From the game.
Yeah. Okay, then we've got was that from the game or was that from the Sega Racing?
I don't remember that.
The Sega Racing had a Jet Set Radio level, and every time you selected it would go Shibuya downtown. And it got stuck in my head because I weirdly 100%ed that game and got all the achievements for it. Okay, then we've got some missing games. How much time do we have? Cut this.
10 minutes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Then we got some missing games. Metroid 4.
Okay, that's the big one.
Do
We
you
need a
think-
date for that.
you-
That date's coming.
Coming fast and coming hard.
Always, every time.
Do you think that we'll get like a trailer, like a look at it, like some gameplay, like
I think
a
it'll be.
cinematic?
I think it'll be a teaser.
Do you think it'll release next year?
I think it'll be like the thing we just got for Pikmin 4, where it's like environments. And
I think it'll be the tail end of a direct, and they'll be like, by the way,
yeah.
and it'll just have the date. That's the first announcement, and then in 6 months, maybe they'll have a trailer by E3.
I agree. That's what will happen.
Yeah.
But that game has to be the most shrouded in mystery game that has ever come about.
I really want to know what happened with the first.
We keep talking about it, but it was announced like 7 years ago. Yeah. They scrapped it after a year and then nothing.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening.
Crazy.
Like, what game was it before?
I need to know what it was
What game
before.
is it
Like,
now?
Have you ever heard of another IP where they scrapped the entire thing? Where they're like, no, we don't like this. Change everything.
Nintendo
No.
does that all the time.
But like,
They
that
don't care.
seems
Not
so
to-
specific.
But
like,
also to this level where like they had to announce that like the year of
Yeah.
development is gone.
I don't
like,
remember them ever doing that.
That is strange. Yeah.
I think this is like the biggest case of something like this.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
think this is like piddling around with a new Pikmin and you're like, oh, we'll hit it later.
I'll also say I don't think they put that much stock into Metroid. I think Metroid is like
Do you think
one
they
of.
have now after Dread?
I'm not sure. I think it's Dread was amazing.
I would love to say yes, but
It sold 3 million.
they're not going to make
Yeah.
another 2.5D, 2D Metroid game for a very long time.
Yeah. This one took forever.
Yeah, it did.
I love that they made it. I love that they called it Dread. But Metroid just doesn't sell as well as all of their other franchises. So it's sad because I love Metroid. But I don't think they. I don't know. It's weird because like I don't think they put that much stock into Metroid, but also at the same time they cut a lot of losses on this one game.
I know.
So I have a lot of questions. And I
want
need to see a trailer.
want a documentary for this game.
Yeah.
You know how they do like those Netflix like holidays movies you remember? What is it? They did the holiday movies ones. They did like a whole documentary on like Home Alone.
Oh, yeah.
And then they did a toys one where they're like the toys you remember or something. They should do a video games one.
What you want is a Did You Know Gaming episode. What they're going to get.
I don't like
Wait, I'm
You
sorry.
know what? Did you hear about? I was bringing up current events. They did a whole thing on a Retro Studios game that was
Zelda? I was about to bring that up.
Nintendo gave them a copyright strike and removed the video.
Oh, I was literally about to bring that up because I thought that shit was so interesting.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
if they make a documentary, it'll get Nintendo won't
They
allow
should
it.
do it.
Did you not see that video? They were showing old artwork.
It was amazing.
It was like
Really?
a Twilight Princess.
Can you still watch it? It's backed up
No,
somewhere?
It's
well,
you probably find it, but like
gotta
it was
torrent
like
it.
it was like a Zelda cross, like was like Ninja Gaiden esque. Like
so
it was
the
crazy.
story was following Chic
yeah
Oh, when
Yeah.
was this supposed to come out?
for the Wii.
for the Wii. Yeah.
Oh.
The
I love Did You Know Gaming. That's so cool.
the environment, the artwork, you could find the artwork for sure.
Okay.
It's
the artwork
nuts.
is incredible.
I need it delivered to me in an entertaining fashion. I don't want to just look at a picture.
When you watch the video, the whole issue with it was that the gameplay sucked.
Yeah.
The developers were like, it was never going to work. It's like rhythm based and like
Oh,
weird.
They had an original idea for the game, and it was going to be cool, very much like following Chic and Chic style. But then they scrapped the whole idea, and they were like, and Nintendo came in and was like, it has to be different. So then they made it more, I guess, Zelda-esque, and it didn't work at all.
And they tried to shoehorn in the Wii motion mechanics or something.
It
And-
was
Well,
it was
okay.
about
Now
about,
you're spoiling the video.
well, it was about a male
you
Chic.
can't watch it.
It was about a male Chic. It was not about Chic.
Oh,
as
oh,
Zelda.
I hate
It was
this.
about a male, the only male Chic, and it was like this crazy
liking that a
ninja
bit more.
warrior thing. It was honestly, I thought it was very cool.
Why do men have to ruin everything?
I think it was like a timeline where if Link failed or something.
I think
Something, it was really dark and
It
weird.
was the him losing to Ganon because there's 3 different timelines on Zelda. I don't know if you know that,
I know that there's wacky,
but
I know there's
him-
branches.
There's him winning, him losing, and him dying.
Yeah.
So you know that though.
He's an idiot.
Look at the camera like that for.
What else we got? What other games?
Star Wars Hunters. You want to know a fun thing that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about?
What?
Earlier this year in like September or something, Star Wars Hunters wanted me to and we'll have to ask Paul if I can cut this or not, or if I need to cut this. They wanted to fly me out to UK.
Don't ask because he will say yes.
They wanted to fly me out to UK and come to the studio where they're making the game. They wanted to pay for my flights. They wanted to put me in a hotel. I was gonna have a chaperone. They're going to give me a budget and everything. It was like a 3-day stay. And their only requirement was I had to go in and see what they were doing, but it was NDA and I couldn't film it. I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't even tell people why I went.
They just wanted you to hang out.
They wanted me to hang out.
That sounds awesome.
I guess they wanted, what I think they may have wanted was to put me in the game. This is what I think.
Wait, so did
theory.
it just not work or did you turn
That
around?
would have been awesome.
I was and still am at the peak of my anxiety and the idea of getting on a flight. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You were going to be in the game. I would do anything to be canon in Star Wars. I would do fucking anything.
That was just my guess. I don't know what they wanted.
I know
to
they
do.
didn't tell you explicitly, but like that's a
They
chance.
couldn't tell me. They said
There's
they
a
couldn't
chance.
tell me. I know.
It's when they go, what are your jumpsuit sizes? And then you go, oh, I'm wearing a mocha
What's your
suit.
stormtrooper helmet size?
Yeah, I was
God, I would
really,
love
really
that.
bummed about that. I
That
kept
sucks.
also around that time we were trying to figure out Australia, and then I canceled that too. But yeah, this anxiety is like riddled me. That's why
This was supposed to happen a while ago, this game, right?
yeah, that's why it's in my. I don't
they're
know what's
still waiting
happening.
for Wood to be okay.
They're still waiting for me to.
They're like,
pop
where's
in.
this guy coming? They're going to watch the podcast. But
Yeah. I don't know if that can stay in or not.
Can I be in the game? Leave
What?
this in. I want to be in Star Wars.
I think I could
I don't
manage
think
it
it's
now.
a big deal because you didn't do it, but you didn't
Yeah.
even talk about.
They couldn't tell you because you didn't sign the NDA.
Yeah, I
So
know.
If you sign anything, then you can't talk about this, but you didn't sign
Maybe
anything, so
if
you can talk about it.
maybe I'll get Paul to reach out and be like, "Hey, February, maybe he might be on medication." That's not a joke either. I'm thinking about it.
Good.
Pokemon.
Pokemon? There's got to be a Pokemon.
Are we getting any more Pokemon?
So after Sword and Shield, we got DLC, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's no game that year, right? Or do we get
So
something?
next year? That's what I'm saying. What do you think? Because
Well, what happened after Sword and Shield? There was just DLC, right? There was nothing else.
I don't know what the timeline was like before we got Arceus revealed, but I know we had that mystery dungeon kind of slot in the middle there,
We had Diamond and Pearl, but
and Diamond and Pearl. Yeah.
that was, I think there was a year break where it was just DLC, wasn't it? Pokemon games.
But that's my
Pokemon
question. Do you think we'll get different remakes or remasters of something this year? Do you think we'll get another random Arceus game, like Arceus Johto or something?
I want to know what happened with Sword and Shield because I think it's going to follow the same sort of trajectory.
Do you think they would do like a black and white remake? Because I would
like that purely because those are the one
Those
generation
games-
that I missed.
In
dude.
2020, it was only DLC for Sword and Shield. That's it.
It was
Okay.
the only generation that the story was incredible.
Really?
Like the fact that and then they made Black 2 and White 2, which was
Yeah.
like a weird sequel based off White and Black, and you're like, what? Like, it was awesome.
I hear a lot
Really?
of great things about Black and White.
If you played Black and White and finished it and then played Black 2 and White 2, it would unlock Secret Story because you played the old game.
Okay, here's my new what I want then. They remake that, but as one whole experience, and they release that.
I would like to play Black and White.
Yeah, it's really good.
I
'Cause they
think
do like flashbacks. It's really cool, like how they do it.
I sounds great. I think they could do that with another team like they do sometimes. Hopefully not the team that did the Diamond, or else I'm not playing it. And release that end of next year, and then have the DLC somewhere mid next
I
year.
think we're only getting DLC.
That's fair too.
Also, they need to fix the game. So
Yeah,
they're
I
going to
know.
spend a lot of
I
time
know.
doing
They
that.
probably will need to spend time doing that and also doing the DLC. And I could see them doing some really big expansions for the DLC,
Yeah,
like a whole other like area you can go to and stuff.
there's a big open world, so they got to do that.
Yeah. Okay, Genshin Impact. Are we finally getting
No,
that?
that
on
game's
the-
never
All
going
right.
to Switch. There's absolutely no way.
At this point, if it's not next year, it is not happening. I think next year is our last chance for hope.
What about Call of Duty Mobile or Warzone?
Yes.
I've been wanting Call of Duty for so long, come to Switch, and Xbox came out and was like, "Hey, we made a commitment with Nintendo. We're gonna have Call of Duty games on the Switch for the next 10 years," which is awesome sounding. Microsoft might not end up buying Activision. Like they might be getting blocked by the FTC.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they're talking all this talk like the deal's definitely happening, but it might actually just not.
Well, it's happening if they can help it,
Yeah.
but it sounds like it might be getting blocked.
But also, you said, because I was excited that they finally get Warzone, and you're like, it's going to be mobile.
Yeah. That's what I thought was wild when I saw that, and everyone was like, "How is that? Warzone can't even run on a PC on a 3090. How is it going to run on Switch?" it's going to be the mobile version, which I thought was already out, but apparently is coming next year as well. So
they're supposed to do mobile. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if it
And
can
I think
run,
it's Verdansk, the mobile.
we're going back to Verdansk.
I think it. Well, the trailers
The good
were
Warzone?
Verdansk. I think the last.
Well, it does
one.
say Call of Duty Warzone Mobile and not Call of Duty Warzone 2 Mobile. So you're
No,
probably right.
Where'd you get this?
No, that's what I copy pasted what it was called. And I think you're right. Warzone 1 was Verdansk. So what you're saying makes sense. It's not Warzone 2. It's Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, which is in Verdansk.
I don't think they ever said mobile was coming to the Switch. I think it's
No,
it's
I know.
Okay.
I know. I put it on here as a do you think because of everything you're saying.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's the question is
really. I'm doing my best. I wrote this whole thing.
Warzone Mobile would be the obvious.
What did he do?
Would be the easiest thing. Now I'm here talking. Hello, how you doing? Warzone Mobile would be the easiest thing to put on the Switch, but
yes.
they have Warzone 2. You know, like they could put that on the Switch. The other thing people are saying online is that this could be a cloud thing,
Oh, no.
which would be sad.
They won't do a
But
competitive shooter on cloud.
I think that could still be a little exciting.
No.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I just did a whole video on the cloud games.
There is currently no way to stream Call of Duty games at all unless you're streaming it through like a remote desktop situation. There's a possibility that Xbox might be trying to do something with Game Pass on Switch. And that would be really cool.
That would be really cool. I didn't
Even
tell
if
you,
they just throw Call of Duty there just for funsies, like at least it's there.
I love funsies. I didn't tell you when I went to Black Friday. You remember that? I went to Best Buy on Black Friday is what I was trying to say. They had one of those, I just thought you'd find this interesting.
Okay.
One of those Razer gamepads for a phone.
The Kishi?
So you,
Kishi or Jungle Cat? Does it look like a Switch?
kind of.
No, that's the Kishi. If you would have said yes if it was the Jungle Cat, because the Jungle Cat looks exactly like a Switch.
Well, anyway, I threw that bad boy on there and I downloaded Game Pass.
Oh, you're using it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's sick.
Yeah.
Game Pass on phone, like streaming
You have an
games to
Android
the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at, I was playing
You
Gears
made
of
a
War.
mobile Xbox. There's your video.
I was playing Gears of War 5, not for me. That won't work well on my channel. Where's the Switch in the title?
I made an Xbox Switch. There's your video.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't want to put Xbox in it. That'll just turn people away.
I made a Microsoft Switch.
I made that video.
I
I
turned
did
my
it
phone
already.
into a Nintendo Switch.
I edited that video.
Oh my God. You did.
Oh my God.
It's cute.
Anyway, it works really well and it looks really crisp and like there's no lag and the actual Joy-Con things feel fantastic.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
I was just blown away.
You know all these little stupid devices we get, like the Ein Odin and whatever? Just use your phone.
I got the 2. I brought the Neo 2. I brought it. I haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
Anyway, I think Warzone Mobile will happen next year on Switch.
Okay.
I also thought
If
it was
something's
funny.
happening.
I also thought it was funny that the Sony people were like, I don't think the young audience of the Switch will be interested in Call of Duty. Why are you throwing shade at a console that is mostly 25 to 30-year-olds?
PlayStation's been playing really dirty with the
They're
whole
so dirty.
acquisition thing.
They're really like, oh, the little kitty console Switch, that's cute.
Yeah, they're like, they want to turn us into Nintendo, and that's not going to work. And then they're like, we're giving Nintendo Call of Duty. Just
Call of Duty was on Wii
I know. Did they forget? Did they forget that era?
and Wii U.
Yeah,
And they both sucked.
and
they both-
DS
they were
and
so
everything.
Bad. They were so bad. They were so bad. Okay, that is everything other than Switch hardware. Here's my prediction because we're running out of time. I think we will get a new Switch in 2024, around March, that will launch at the same time as either Mario Odyssey 2 or the next Mario Kart, but I'm leaning towards Mario Odyssey 2. I've said this 17,000 times. But as we sit here right now with that mindset, I don't see any space for a revision to come out without it getting too close to the next thing. Like you're getting a little messy there, but I wouldn't put anything past Nintendo. And in another way, it would be kind of nice to round out this epic generation of Nintendo with a really nice base Switch to play that 4,500 games that are in the library on for the rest of our lives. So like it could be a weird thing to get right now so close to the next thing, but years down the line, it's going to be like, yo, that Pro model though.
So you think it's going to be a revision?
I'm saying I could see it happening because Nintendo throws curveballs, but I think we're not going to get anything and then a new Switch in 2024.
I think
Switch 2.
I will agree with you. I think the most plausible is 2024, but I also think it's
24.
possible.
What did I say? 24.
You said 24.
Okay, thank you.
I think that's most plausible. I think it's possible though. Next holiday we get something.
Like the new thing next holiday?
Yeah,
I think that's plausible. I think it's been long enough, but I think just looking at Nintendo's release schedule, they seem to really favor March, April, May for big things.
I think it flip-flops. I think they kind of do all over.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just focusing on March, but like the first Switch, Animal Crossing, they got like May, the new Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, we're talking about hardware though, right?
I just mean big things in general, but hardware as well.
Well, if we're looking at it through the lens of hardware, it's all over. It's holiday and early.
They like to put it out during the off season so that people like us buy it first, and then when the holiday comes, it's for everybody else.
That's a good plan. But I'm telling you, if you look at the release schedule for all hardware, it's everywhere.
It also separates them even further from what PlayStation and Xbox are doing, where they always kind of launch around November.
Yeah,
they're just like, we're March.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's good. That's a good. I mean, it worked for the Switch, but also they have money now when the Switch launched.
Yeah, and it also depends on like what their projections are like now. They might be in a different place than 6 years ago.
When the Switch launched, nobody had faith in Nintendo. No. Nobody was supporting it, so there's no third-party games at all.
Nobody thought that was going to be good.
They had 7 games at launch.
I was struggling to get views on Switch stuff because nobody cared and everyone thought it was going to bomb. You're right. Yeah. And they chose March because of that.
Yeah, and they wanted to work out some kinks and stuff.
But now they have like...
Yeah, and other people will support it, and a lot of people are going to want to be one of those first games on there. But I also think that they're going to try to work really hard with making it somewhat backwards compatible, so at least having digital games, digital purchases and stuff work.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation at this point. Like what we expect from the next thing.
So I think if you buy Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever the hell it's called, that will probably work on the next generation, which is why I think it's plausible that it's holiday, but it might not be.
I could see all of that too. I'm still steadfast with my thingy, but I see all of that too. I don't know about backwards compat purely because that is so always up in the air every time with every console.
Nintendo used to be so good.
They used to be so good. But I mean, they went from the Wii U to Switch by completely changing it and offering no compensation, and it was the most successful they've ever been. And I don't know if now leading into this, they're going to be like, let's do a new thing and bring our 4,000 games over. I think they might want to start fresh.
So they mentioned one of them mentioned
the reason for that, by the way, to just end my sentence, so people pay more money and they don't play 4,000 old games on it.
Yeah, because we will buy the games again every time there's every time there's a new game for the Switch that's old. We're like, give it to me.
And you will not buy games if you already have a ton you can play.
Yeah.
So it encourages the ecosystem more.
But they already talked about how they want to unify the account system, and I think they're using DNA, the mobile company that they bought. I think they're using them to help them make the account system better because their account system is garbage. So I think that they are going to try to do something. I bet you it'll work in some weird, wacky Nintendo way, but there will be ways to put old games on the new console. What happened?
That was a hair. That was just like floating.
That was a bug or something.
I hope it's backwards compat.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
Me too.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode and listening to this episode of the podcast. That is everything coming next year and our predictions for things next year. Do you have any wild and wackies to throw out last minute?
I got a text message about our hoodies. Remember those?
Ooh, good timing. We have hoodies. You can buy them at the link down below. Maybe. We're about to find out. Also, t-shirts. Also, support us on Patreon. $5 a month. You get a bonus episode every week. Right now, you get 33 just by signing up. Bob?
I think they're going to be done by the end of next week.
They're going to be done by the end of next week, which is by the time you're watching this.
Hoodies! Go get them!
Hoodie time!
Hoodie time! Yay!
Okay, dial it back.
Guys, come on, it's hoodie time.
Everybody grab a hoodie. It's hoodie time. There's links down below to the hoodies. The one thing we didn't do is just wild and wacky. Do you have a wild and wacky prediction for F-Zero or something coming next year?
Yes, F-Zero, but it's a porn parody coming out next year. We're crowdfunding it right now. Go to patreon.com/X0. He's got it, dude. This guy.
Okay.
Falcon
for
punch.
Falcon fuck.
Falcon kick.
Sorry.
For me, it's a new Animal Crossing, but you can have sex with the villagers. Okay. All right, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Coach done.
Hello, everybody. If you don't know why Bob's crying, it's because you haven't watched the bonus episode. We're chipping into the end of this episode because we forgot to mention we're taking a short 2-week break.
And I'm so sad about it.
At this time, he's just crying with sadness. So on the 20 what?
On the 19th.
On the 19th.
Can you use that newfangled thing you got there? Tell
On
me
the
again. Did you leave it
19th
up? Did it go away?
Of January, we will be back in right here with a brand new shiny episode. We are taking a 2-week break for reasons I'll talk about on the bonus.
Ended. The season's over.
The season ended. The first season of the show.
Yeah, congratulations. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yay. And we'll be back with season. Thank you so much.
We have to take a break because everybody who works on the show is SAG-AFTRA and they need a break.
Yes.
I wish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a short 2-week
don't wanna
break
pay
and then
those
come
union
back
dues, so-
with season 2, episode 1. I don't know how we're going to do that on the 19th. So I hope you guys have a happy new year. Thank you so much for watching the show this year. And we're both excited for a whole year of this podcast next year, 2023.
I'm excited to play games for 2
I'm
weeks.
excited to, yeah, we're going to play a lot of games. All right. Thank you. That's it. Bye.